Hi, welcome to Circuit the Podcast. I'm KD. Let's get the show started. The show is brought to you by Local Greatness. Before I get the show started, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone. We outside today in the DMV area. It's gorgeous, beautiful. See the sunset out there. It's nice background. And I have a few talent I'd like to bring to y'all's attention, no particular order. This one here is special where all of them are because they're on my radar. But Kennedy Urlacher, yes, that's an Urlacher son. He's definitely talented. He's a 5'11", 197 safety freshman, age 19. He played for Notre Dame, high school, Chandler High. Comes from Chandler, Arizona. He's the class of 2024. A little background on him. His debut, he had 3 tackles, 2 solo, 1 assist, and added a passing breakup. A 4-star safety, rated as the 3-star recruit by 247 Sports. On 3 and ESPN. Was a Max Preps freshman All-American. Finished his career with 127 tackles, 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, a touchdown, and a blocked field goal. He's very agile, very talented. It's in his DNA. As far as his team, his training staff, PR team, everything that's in his life right now is showcasing right now. He learned from his father, from one of the best linebackers to ever play the game. And Urlacher, his father, did play safety early in his career. Then he converted to a linebacker. But for his son, they play safety. He's very agile. He loves the game. You can tell. Reads the field pretty well. He's just very quick. IQ of the game is very high. So in the very near future, his name definitely going to be called relatively very early, or whatever professional league he plays in. He's that talented, that dope. Check him out. Give him a listen and your eyes. Because he's definitely talented. Next on my radar, Dayton Forsythe, if I pronounced that correctly. Forsythe. This here is a 6'2", 187 guard. High school, Dale High School, hometown Dale, Oklahoma. Class of 2024. He committed to Oklahoma. A little background on him. He led Dale to 3 consecutive Oklahoma Class 2A state championship. Finished his high school career with 2,243 points, labeled as 3-star prospect and the #1 player in the state of Oklahoma by the 247 Sports. Named 2023 Tulsa World State Boys Basketball Player of the Year, becoming the first junior to win the award since former Oklahoma standout Trae Young. Class 2A Player of the Year in 2022 OCBA Region Player of the Year. Earned 2022 Tulsa World All-State First Team honors as a sophomore. Averaged 20.5 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists per outing over the 3 games in the 2023 tournament of the championship. He's talented. There's footage out there. If you all haven't paid any attention or haven't seen it, he was dominant going against talent that's older than him, much taller than him, and he held his own. They try to switch and give the teammates each opportunity for them to check him, and no one could check him. Like, he was putting up buckets. Put up buckets on everybody. I'm talking about shoot from the perimeter. He drove on him. He finished with either hand. His ISO is spectacular. But when he does organized basketball, it was an organized game. But for that particular game, there was a lot of ISO. It's a lot of one-on-one. I don't know if that's the way it was set up, or that's just how the game flow took place. And he took over the game. He took over the gym, and everyone was aware of who this young man was. At least I know who he is because he's on my radar. And I want to shed light, on this platform to showcase and inform you all that he's talented, and you should check him out definitely. But in the very near future, he's going to be the focus point in whatever university, Oklahoma. Whatever system he plays in, or whatever they implement, he's going to be the system. Everything should be surrounded by him, because he's definitely a facilitator as well. He has that skill set, sees the floor very well. Like I said, he can finish with either hand at the rim. Has a pure jump shot. He shoots beyond the arc. His dribbling is what's underrated. He's very agile. Kind of difficult to stay in front of him. And you all will definitely check him out and see that in the very near future. But he's dope, and whatever professional league he's going to play in, he's going to be very dominant and very passionate about the game because he has that talent. Okay, moving forward, WNBA is on my radar now. Portland been awarded a franchise. It's been a very long time since Damian Lillard left there. Portland is definitely a basketball town, city, state, and for them to implement a team for WNBA there, it's definitely good for them. But it will begin in 2026. The team will be owned and operated by the Raj Sports, led by Lisa Bahato, if I pronounce that correctly. Mervish and Alex Bahato. They paid $125 million for the franchise. They started having a conversation with the WNBA late of last year after the separate bid bring a team to Portland fell through. Its third expansion franchise, the league would add over the next 2 years with the Golden State Valkyries, while begin play next season in the Toronto in 2026. Portland had a WNBA team that they had a team from 2000 until 2002 when it folded. That franchise averaged more than 8,000 fans when games were played at the Rose Garden. The new franchise will play at the Moda Center. The Bethels will build a dedicated practice facility for the team as well. They are also co-owners of the Sacramento Kings and the controlling owners of the Portland Thorns of the NWSL. The Bethels bought the soccer team for $63 million earlier this year. The franchise has averaged more than 18,000 fans this season. That's going to be good for that city, that state. It's going to be good. It's what's needed. Like I stated, since Damian Lillard left, it's been kind of difficult for people to kind of. They're going to always support out there. Portland is a very quiet state. The city, there's nothing but love out there. And Damian Lillard broke a lot of people's hearts when he left from there. But for them to allow a WNBA team to go there, it's going to help. It's going to help the economy there, and it's going to help more people to come out and support, for the ladies now, And that's going to build around everything else that they have going there in Portland. Portland, like I said, is a beautiful place. It's a sports town, and that's what it's about. You got to keep giving the people what they want and what they're looking for, and they hungry for basketball. Females, males, doesn't matter. Soccer team is pretty cool, but congrats to that family and taking over, or not taking over, but helping that community to continue to build with the fans. That's what they're doing, and that's what they continue to do. They have plenty of experience. I believe over like 20 years of experience in the entertainment industry. And, like I said, congrats. I'm going to go to the NFL primetime games over here that I picked. Last week, it was pretty dope, pretty good. A lot of teams surprised a lot of fans for losing. I want to keep hopping back over that. As far as the teams that have old media had the favorites to win, there's been a lot of upsets. And I'm going to continue that with these picks for this week. Tonight's games, of course, you got the Patriots against the Jets. That's at 8:15. They both 1-1. I see a great outcome from Aaron Rodgers. I believe this is the bigger game. Aaron Rodgers might have one of his best games from being back from injuries. He's kind of getting the groove, trying to these 2 games, trying to get his everything from under him. It's been a while. I believe he's gained his confidence back. But I see a good game from A-Rod. 250 yards plus 2 touchdowns plus from A-Rod, and a win from the Jets. It should be like a great defensive team matchup. They both good defensive teams. But I see a low-scoring game for the Jets and the Patriots. If it's lump-sided, it would be the Jets. But I see this game definitely going under 50 points. Defensive game, but I still see A-Rod definitely having one of his best performances thus far this year against the Patriots and getting that W at home. These next 3 games is very, very prime time. As you know, the Texans at the Vikings, that's Sunday. That's at 1 p.m. This is the game of the week for me. This is definitely going over 50 points. Well, what the surprise here, they both 2-0, and I've seen poll of people saying that the Texans is contenders and they got the Vikings pretenders. I think the Vikings going to surprise people here. I think the Vikings got a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to definitely showcase their talents and that they belong definitely at home with Sam Darnold and the crew and Jefferson and underrated defense. Texans definitely going to put up a fight because they have the talent on paper. They are the best team. I just believe the Vikings right now have the momentum on their side, and it's always every year is always a surprise team that just come out of nowhere that to tell the league and the world that they belong. And I think the Vikings is one of them. I think the Vikings are going to showcase this one. This game definitely going over 50 points. And I see the Vikings winning this game. It's going to be a dogfight, though. It's going to be a dogfight. Next on my radar, this here, it's going to start something. The fans are already going through and making songs about them. There's just a lot going on with the social media. The Ravens at the Cowboys. The Ravens are 0-2. I don't think too many people saw that happening with Dallas 1-1. Losing the game against New Orleans, which New Orleans is a decent team. They are the pretenders. I'm sorry, they are the contenders, the Saints. I don't know what's going on with the Saints. They playing like they won the Super Bowl last year, like they defending something. I don't know if that has a lot to do with what's going on in New Orleans with the pick of the artist performing at the Super Bowl. I don't know what's going on with that, but New Orleans is definitely not to be played with. But in this game, I see upset with the Ravens over the Cowboys. The last game for the Cowboys, they had Mike Tyson, Tom Brady at the game, and Jake Paul was there. It was just, Jerry Jones definitely do his thing when it comes to entertainment. He knows about that business, knows how to sell. It's going to be tough. If the Dallas some way somehow come out with this win, they're well deserving because the Ravens right now going 0-3. That's not looking too good. I don't know the last time the Ravens went 0-3 with Lamar Jackson in. So, I see the Ravens upsetting the Dallas Cowboys. This game is kind of all over the place. Definitely can be over 50 points. Definitely somewhere close to it. Dallas defense, they cannot contain the run. I think the Ravens, they are a run-first team. And I think they're going to take a blueprint from what the New Orleans did last week. Similar players, Kamara is definitely different from, obviously, Henry. But, you got to contain Lamar Jackson and Henry, too. That's a lot going on. So I believe Dallas will give up a lot of rushing yards, and that will help the Ravens with the play action going bomb down the field. And I see that the Ravens could definitely, Lamar on his shoulders throwing the football is going to win this game for them in the W at Dallas. And then the Dallas fans going to go about it. You might see Stephen A. Smith and all those people making videos, and more songs will come out. But that's an upset for me with the Ravens over the Dallas Cowboys. This one here is probably the upset of all upsets. I just see a game that it's just going to happen for them because they've been very close and they're very talented. They just got to, put it together, with the young team they have at the young quarterback position. The Broncos at the Buccaneers. That's Sunday at 1 p.m. as well. I see a great game, a good game for Bo Nix, possibly throwing his first touchdown. Should throw his first touchdown in this game. Bo Nix should have a good game, 250-plus passing yards with 2 touchdowns plus. I see the upset with the Broncos over the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, they saying they are the contenders as well. Baker Mayfield is playing some of the best football I've seen from him since his career. He's probably arguably one of the best quarterbacks of the league this year so far. And I just see the Broncos with that type of defense. This would be the best defense the Buccaneers will go up against with the Broncos. And I think Bo Nix and the offense just get things going. Now, Todd Bowles and that crew over there at Tampa Bay is not going to be easy. But I just see that it will be a defensive game. I can see this definitely going under 50 points. I also see a high-scoring game. So I would say this will be under 50 points because they both defensive teams. And Buccaneers pulled out a win last week over the Lions. That was a tough win. So the Bucs from week 1 against the Commanders, they won that one. They pulled a game out, like I said, from the Detroit Lions, that home game. Snuck out of there with that win. I just think this is an upset with the Broncos, their defense. That's just what I see. That's what I see. You know, I got to talk about the Commanders, of course. Most of the world, if not all of the world, got, the Commanders played the Bengals Monday night. You know, I believe that's a doubleheader, that game. But that's the primetime game for me. The Bengals almost pulled the game out against the Chiefs. Most people, they had the game actually. They just couldn't close, couldn't finish. But that's the Chiefs, you know. Some people might say the refs helped out with that, you know. But, excuse me, that's nailed there. But at the end of the day, it's going to be very difficult for the Commanders to go in that town, the Bengals, and they are 0-2 at home, and the Commanders are 1-1. That game is Monday, like I said, 8:15 p.m. It won't surprise me if the Commanders come out with a win. Will it be easy? No. The Commanders will have to be on their P's and Q's, keep the penalties down. It's going to be very, very tough to keep Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and that crew, that defense over there. I like the linebackers from the Bengals. The secondary is kind of suspect. I think the Commanders can definitely capitalize. I can see a big game for Terry McLaurin finally to start this year off, because there's been talks about him and how he's overrated. He's a player. He's one of the best players at his position in the league. People just scheming against him. And they saying that since they have Jane Daniels as a rookie quarterback, we're going to take his first option away, which is Terry McLaurin. So that's why he's having difficult to have an outstanding game, as they would say, 100-yard game. But they've been consistently trying to get him the football. And that's the beautiful thing. Last year, when people was complaining about Terry McLaurin not getting the football, they never really made that the focus point early and often in the game, and they doing that with the Commanders. They know who their best players are, and they definitely going to get the football to them. And I think this game here, Terry McLaurin got a great opportunity. The receiving corps itself has a great opportunity to get some yards, because this game here is definitely should be a high-scoring game. It should be a high-scoring game. The Bengals have a good defense. Commanders kind of shaky. They put pressure on the quarterback. They just got to finish. As of late, the Commanders been going against some very agile quarterback with Baker Mayfield and Daniel Jones. Joe Burrow's not that mobile, and I think the Commanders can definitely put pressure on them and be effective for this win if they're going to upset the Bengals, at home. So I see Terry McLaurin having a good game. I see Jane Daniels most likely, like Bo Nix, getting his first passing touchdown. Jane Daniels should throw 250 plus as well. I can see him throwing 2 touchdowns, or having 2 touchdowns total, rushing and passing. And I see the Commanders pulling this win out, and the Bengals starting out 0-3. And if the Bengals lose 0-3 and they lose at home, it's going to be some hot seat going on over there in the Bengals with the head coach. I can say the same about the Ravens as well, but I don't believe the Ravens will actually lose that game and go 0-3. It's going to be very tough to do that in Dallas. But for the Commanders, they have to do something different at safety. They have to do something different. The safety play has been questionable. I'm not sure what Dirk Forrest is doing as of late. I don't know if he's fully recovered. He was well enough to make the team. You know how I feel about on this platform. I spoke about his talent, being an undrafted free agent to make this team. Tyler Owens, he's very passionate about football. He's very talented, and I believe that young man should definitely get an opportunity to perform, to showcase his talent. He's showcasing. He has in preseason to make the team, and even now in the regular season, he's showcasing his talents doing special teams. He's a football player. They all are football players, but the ones that they picked up over the season, Chin, respectfully, they just signed him. It's only been 2 games. I'm not the one that overreact, but at the end of the day, Chin got to answer. He got to step up to the plate because he's the starter. He's the veteran compared to most people that's in that locker room. You got Quan Martin definitely playing. He's definitely performing. He's definitely good. Percy Butler, he's been inconsistent. He's a pure free safety, but in this defense, they like both safeties to play middle of the field, and Chen can't play the middle of the field. No, he has to be close to the line of scrimmage. And when you have a Derek Force that can play center field, that can also play in the box, I just think that he's not healthy. That's the only reason why I see that he's not on the field. But Tyler Owens could definitely do both. Maybe they just want him to learn more from the vets. There's nothing wrong with that. But sooner rather than later, Tyler Owens would definitely be a starting safety for the Commanders. He should be. They have the talent there. Once they get the chemistry together as a team on defense, and Bobby Wagner and the crew, they'll be all right. They got to also allow Jamie Davis to play. He's too talented for him not to play. And at the end of the day, that's just what it is. So I see the Commanders possibly pulling that game out. Should pull that game out, but they will take Jane Daniels and Terry McLaurin and the whole team to win that game for them. It's not going to be easy because the Bengals, like I said, like the Ravens, don't want to go 0-3. No team in the NFL want to start the season 0-3 because the chance of you making the playoffs is slim to none. Slim to none. And I believe that the Commanders could win that game in a high-scoring game there in Cincinnati. And the Commanders fans will be happy about it and will continue to enjoy the foundation that they have built for Jane Daniels. Right now, he got, I think, the best quarterback rating in the league, and he's talented. He's very talented. He's the best rookie, as I stated a long time ago during this live draft on this platform, that Jane Daniels is the best quarterback in this draft class. Khalid Williams still can play. He's dealing with a lot right now, and it's not looking too good for him over there in Chicago if they don't get themselves together, that coaching staff and that offensive coordinator there. It's a lot that will be shaken up in the sports world after this week. Won't surprise me, not one bit. So, I surely appreciate everyone for still tapping in. Check out the talent that, I presented to you all. I appreciate everyone for continuing to support this platform. Check out the merch. I surely appreciate it. Hi, this is So Good the Podcast. I'm KD. Show is brought to you by The Look of Greatness. Have a good one.